You know that sound. Another day and another Tuesday for a noon whistle. I'm Chris Trottier.
And I'm John Anzalone, and we're here with our special guest this week, Patrick Glogovsky, General Manager of Milwaukee Bucks Gaming and Esports Manager, correct?
Correct.
All right. Hey, great to have you, Patrick. Patrick, also a 2016 graduate of Elkhorn area high school.
I'm very happy to be here.
And
heard.
Yeah, and a 2020 graduate of Marquette University. Congratulations.
That's right. Thank you.
It's good to have you. Hey, before we get too deep into this, I had to pull a little something out of the archives for you guys today. Now, Chris, I don't know that you've ever seen this, but this is Patrick. And that's how he used to come to baseball practice when he was in high school.
Dark times, Mr. Anzalone, dark times.
So sorry about that. I couldn't spill the beans early, but I was saving that one.
Those shirts exist only in my high school bedroom's closet now. I do not take those with me.
Well, more importantly, they still fit, Patrick?
I hope I put on a little bit of weight since then. I tried to build myself out a little bit, so maybe not, but I don't know. We'll see.
Hey, based on how you look, I'm sure they do. So,
hey, not too many people could pull that off, but you did. So
pulling it off is generous. I appreciate that. Though.
Yeah. So hey, your job with the Bucks, how interesting is that? I guess starting off, I'm going to ask you about something that I read in an article that came out of the Marquette Wire back in September of 2022, and you were at the ceremony for the Bucks when they won the 2021 championship, and with the general manager, you said, "Hey, the next time we're going to be up here is for esports." And what happened from there?
Yeah, so that was a ring ceremony for the employees for the Bucks. I didn't really do anything to earn that, so I just got like a piece of the court. Like I wasn't there for the championship, so but I still got it. I was still there. It was still great. It was still cool to be there. And John Horst and Peter Fagan, who's the president of the Bucks, were taking pictures with all the employees, and I walked up and they announced me as like the esports manager, which was great. And then I was like, "Listen, John, Peter, next time we're going to be up here, it's going to be for Bucks Gaming when we get a ring." And that was before we even started playing in season 5. And then season 5 just happened to be probably the most historic year for Bucks Gaming ever. And we turned our season around, going from like 4 wins in season 4 to winning the championship in season 5. And so indeed, that was the next time we were up there, was for Bucks Gaming. And we had like a great celebration and a great day. Bucks Gaming Day was dedicated to the Milwaukee County area, and haven't gotten the rings quite yet, but that's coming up soon. So I said it as a joke, but it ended up being for real. So that was a cool moment to reflect on.
If you dream it, it can happen, right?
Right.
I guess so.
Is it normal? Like I'm a little bit in the dark. Obviously, Elkhorn's got a strong esports program. Yeah. Is it common for NBA or professional sports teams to have also have an esports team?
Great question. So common insofar in the NBA, yes, 22 out of the 30 teams have an esports team, but it's just 2K, NBA 2K. But like NFL, MLB, there's like some teams are invested in the esports organizations, but they don't like have their own esports organization that they claim to their name. So common in the NBA, yes, but not common in like sports worldwide.
How did you So tell us briefly, what's the path from Marquette, who, by the way, the basketball team's having a great year.
Great year.
Smart.
Yeah.
How did you go from Marquette grad to let's expand your title a little bit here, general manager of the esports team? How did that all come about?
Yeah, for sure. So like, when I got to college, like senior year of high school, freshman year of college was like really when I like identified this passion for esports and like wanting to pursue it as a lifelong career. I started Marquette Gaming and esports my freshman year of college. It was just a social club at the time. It was just like a way for people to experience esports at a social level and meet different peers and friends. And then it became really pursued, like the competitive part was really being pursued. Like I had a lot of requests to make it a competitive team, so we made competitive teams, and I managed like 8 to 9 throughout those 4 years in different esports titles, and that like really let me know personally that this is what I want to do. Like, this is my dream job. Like so I just started networking with tons of esports professionals in the area. And I say that word knowing that college graduates and high school graduates hate that word, but it's the truth. Like, you just need a network. And so I made a little bit of a name for myself in the Wisconsin esports area and industry. And I knew the prior esports manager at the Milwaukee Bucks. His name was Andrew Buck. I knew him. And he recognized me through my work with Marquette. And like, I just networked with him and stayed in touch with him for several years. And he departed in 2021. And so they were looking for a replacement. He recommended me. So it just worked out that I was looking for a job, right time, right place. I made the right connection. Networking is not always an instant gratification sort of tool. It can be like a long-term return on investment. So 3-4 years of networking with one individual made me get a job that I'll always be grateful for.
So it's a great story.
Who plays, like, who's on your team? How do you pick? How do you draft? What age are they?
Yeah, so you have to be 18 minimum. You have to be graduated from high school. I have a point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, and center. So 5 on our team. They all control their own individual character, person, avatar, whatever you want to call it. And then I have a coach that I hired 2 months into the job. So you scour social media. You watch YouTube for hours. You watch Twitch streams, which is like a gaming platform, for hours. You're all over Twitter. I had to make a work Twitter specifically for this job to be able to like integrate myself into the community. It's just, you really have to just know what you're looking for, why you're looking for it, and how to build a team correctly. And I did a bunch of research and just saw that like super teams don't always have the most success in the 2K League. It's more about like people that can gel together and fit together as a team, have the same winning mentality, and play for each other, not themselves. And I through the interview process, we interviewed like 80 people, and I just decided that me and my coach decided that these 4 guys that we drafted last year were gonna gel well together. They're gonna play for each other, not for their stat line at the end of the game. They're gonna want to win that game instead of you have 30 points and lose. So it was a great way to make that new team.
So tell me, I'm going to go back to something you said.
Yeah.
You slid it in, and you said that something about college students not liking the term networking.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about, like, is that so common? Like, it's just like, wah, wah, like your parents tell you to clean your room, or like, give me a little background on that. I'm curious about that.
Definitely clean your room vibes. Like it's just like, because I think because of that idea that there isn't an instant gratification behind like networking, it's much more of a long-term thing. It just, people, I don't think, realize the full value of it. And I didn't either myself. Like when I was a freshman, I was like, why is everybody telling me to network all the time? It's like, how good can I, like, what good can a morning coffee like session with like my professor do for me? But it's like, what you don't realize is it's not just, it's that relationship you build, but then they'll also introduce you to other people. And then you have like this massive branch of network and network that you have that like connects you with so many people and so many different types of people. And like sooner than later, like the you can connect with one person freshman year, and all of a sudden maybe they got a crazy job, and then they're doing a startup company and they needed somebody to run social media for them, and they know you like social. And it's like that sort of 3-4 year path is so valuable. My intern, I hired him at Marquette Gaming and Esports, and now he works for the Bucks and does Bucks game. Now he's gonna be traveling to DC with us every year. Like that was a networking connection he had with me that helped him get this great job that he loved. So it's like, if you hear people tell you to network, it works. Like make a LinkedIn, like go have a call with somebody, go to coffee with somebody that you admire or has like a job you want. The long-term benefits are just extremely fruitful.
Do you think that's hard because as humans sometime or young adults, we want to see the value in it? It's like, oh yeah, so I go talk to that person, or so I go meet with that person. What's the big deal? Like, I don't have anything maybe I'm looking for or I need at that point. Like we look at the value versus just the relationship and the knowledge. And then, like you said, that expanding network of people they know, or you bump into them and they're like, oh, hey, what's going on?
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. It's like they don't see the initial value. And so they just kind of write it off as like a waste of time maybe, or just like something that's not worth it in the long run.
Kind of like
reality,
exercising. If I don't see my muscles growing, like I'm done for now, right?
No, absolutely. Like it's you got to keep your heart healthy. Make sure you hit 60, hit 70. Like that's definitely the value in it. And like, I mean, I landed my dream job, and I will hopefully maintain it for years to come because of a connection. Like I literally fell into this job because of a networking connection. So like that, and I'm not unique. Like that happens to many different people. So I couldn't recommend that sort of path enough.
Well, I think we had a local partner who did a survey of Walworth County, Kenosha, and Racine County employers. The return wasn't high, but collaboration/teamwork came up regularly. And I think, people don't realize that in that same vein of collaboration and teamwork, we're also talking about expanding your team,
Absolutely.
collaborating outside of your small group. And it just bears so many fruits as you talked about.
Absolutely.
What other qualities, you talk about the networking, which obviously incorporates communication and being able to express your ideas and communicate with people and, introduce yourself to people. What other qualities have you found, since leaving high school that in the job world or your dream job world that were beneficial to you?
Yeah. I would definitely say organization. Like that seems kind of cliche too, but like being able to organize your thoughts and organize your goals and your like whether they're short-term or long-term goals, like being able to stick to something like that is very important, just because, sounds silly, but like scratching off, your to-do list for the day, that's really productive and that feels really good. And like that sort of progress and that sort of goal making and maintaining can really help boost your career, I think. But also relationship building. I know you kind of touched on it, but like relationship building is so important. I mean, I still talk to my professors that I had at Marquette. I still talk to some high school teachers I had in high school. I have a great amount of relationships here at the Bucks that like have really helped me advance my career in the short term and will definitely help me in the long term as well. So organization, relationship building, and maybe just communication in general. I'm biased because I went to school for communication, but it's important to be able to, I would say, just connect with people on an interpersonal level and being able to and communicate your goals and communicate your desires for a healthy work environment. And these are all kind of relatively vague, but I mean, every career path is so different that it requires different skill sets, I would say. Just passion, like passion and making sure what you're getting into and how to effectively get into it. Like my esports goals were completely different than my PR goals. I lived in New York for a little under a year and I did PR there, and like that helped me a lot, but they're just completely different fields, obviously. So just kind of understanding what goes into each industry and what it requires from you.
Certainly the attributes that you've listed are things that apply everywhere, no matter
Absolutely.
what you do.
Yeah.
I mean,
so circling back to esports, what are you looking forward to? What does the next couple months look like for the Milwaukee Bucks esports team?
Yeah. So we actually start our season in March.
Okay.
So
all right.
We're looking to defend our title. Like that's like goal number one for my team is to look to defend our title. We just in the off season, we just remodeled our facility. It was kind of like this reward I wanted to give our guys for winning the title. It's every day we walk in, we see that big, beautiful trophy. So that's goal number one, is to defend that thing. And then I would say goal number two is I really want to be able to expand our organization to a public venue. So like when I say that, it's like I want to be able to have a practice arena by the Pfizer Forum or in the Deer District where people can come watch us play. People can rent it out for like esports competitions. There'll be like a great big main stage for people to be spectators at a tournament or a competition, and just have like a great public venue that we can really relate to our consumers and target demographic as well. And then beyond that, I want to be able to expand into this is like years down the road, but I want to be able to expand into different esports titles. So like Elkhorn, Rocket League, and Smash are two big ones. Smite's another big one. Like something like that where we bring Bucks Gaming to compete in multiple different games instead of just 2K. Make Bucks Gaming an esports organization as opposed to a 2K team.
Sure.
So linguistics at that point.
Yeah, congrats to you, Patrick, for
great.
landing your dream job and all you do, and all you're gonna do.
Thank you very much. That means a lot.
Well, tell us, Patrick, what do we got for? We always like to close. We could talk to you for hours, but the viewers tell us that 15 to 20 minutes is our limit.
There you go.
John's more verbose than I am, so that's okay. I'm lying. But we always like to close with shout outs and thank you. So we'll start off with you. Who's a shout out or thank you want to toss out so all the viewers can hear?
Most definitely. I mean, right off the bat, I'll just say the organization I work for, the Milwaukee Bucks, it's an absolutely terrific, progressive, forward-thinking organization that will just it'll exist until it'll be around forever. The Bucks are a great company. But I also, and this may be corny, but I also really want to shout out to Coach Anslin right here, because I actually I use many of the mindsets that he adopted and practiced in high school, and a big part of that program was switching to Coach Angelin as the new head coach. And I think that seeing that how he rebuilt the culture, rebuilt the culture is a big one. The culture, the mindset behind it, and like the effort and practice, and like I would just say culture and mindset. The way he rebuilt that from the years prior really inspired me, because for those that aren't aware, Bucks gaming was terrible in season 4, the year I got there, and I knew something wasn't working, so I knew we had to rebuild our culture, our attitude towards things. And every day I tell my players, you can control 2 things, and that's attitude and effort, and that's what Coach Anslin tells us every day at practice. So definitely, it does not go unsaid that like you take a lot from your the leaders that led you in your younger days. So awesome. Absolutely, yeah. Shout out to Coach Anslin. It was a big high school baseball was a great time for myself, and
awesome.
Learned a lot of stuff there.
All right, John, you're up.
Don't give it back.
Don't give it back. How to follow that. Like, thank you, Patrick. That was very nice. And I guess I'm just going to pass it on to you today and just be a listener.
Okay. Wow. You just want to relish in that.
I'm
marinade.
Incredibly nice. I love it. And I thank you.
I just want to thank, actually, this is a broad thank you. I want to thank the Elkhorn community for continuing to support education, for continuing to invest in not only our current students, but graduates like Patrick, and give us, you and I, John, the opportunity to connect with them and also celebrate our amazing alumni. We got a great story. This is one aspect of telling it, and we're just very fortunate to be a part of that community. And on that note,
here we go.
All right. Thanks, Patrick.
Thanks, Patrick.
Thanks,
Go Bucks.
All right. Go Bucks.